It's the Second Take Show here at WSBFM 88.3 The Buzz. Owen Casterline, Sam Sweatman. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe and check out the rest of our channel for more videos just like this. We post full episodes every week, every Friday, or on the weekend if we don't get to it.
What he said.
Yeah, what he said. Sam, I haven't seen you in a while. I was gone this week. How have you been?
I've been good. How have you? I literally just saw you for probably the last hour.
I know, it was all business when I got back.
It was.
It was all business because Second Take was coming up, but I've been good. I'm still working at the Rumble Ponies. Had a great week. I was back on camera today. I've been up in the press box a lot.
Okay.
And there's this one thing that they do. Last year it was called the Layler Dental Dash. Layler Family Dental Dash.
Okay.
Now it's the Dino Dental Dash. And it's whoever's on camera has to run around the bases with a kid who has 30 seconds to clean off each base with a giant toothbrush. And I had to make my return to that. I've been doing that for the last 2 years.
So you were filming the kid brush the bases?
Brush the base, and then I had to keep the camera on him and run. And this kid last night was sprinting.
Oh, jeez.
I kept up with him. I didn't even know I could run that fast anymore. Kept up with him, camera right on his face, didn't shake. It was an all-time performance.
There you go. There you go.
Sign
The kid
me.
was fast? How old was he? Like,
Oh, little.
oh, but he was quick.
Yeah, but just a little kid can't beat me in a race. He can't. I don't care if it's the fastest kid in his grade, which is respectable. You know this. If you're fastest kid in the grade, you have so much clout.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
So even if he was fastest kid in the grade, I'm not letting that little punk beat me.
No.
Ever.
I think you'd be fired from the job if that happened.
No, because a lot of guys don't always keep up. But when I go out there, I like to show off my wheels a little bit. So I got to prove to them that I can keep up with him. And I could have dusted him.
Probably, yeah.
But I was literally thinking to myself in my head while I was running, I'm not going to let a little kid beat me. I'm a grown adult that's still in his 20s.
Yeah.
I can't let a little kid beat me.
That was your main objective with this? Was like,
Yes.
okay.
And it was
it
it was college night, so a bunch of fraternities and sororities were there from schools around the area. And I had to impress them,
of course.
If I'm lagging behind, I mean, maybe some people will be into that, like, too cool for school kind of thing, but I'm putting on a show.
Maybe you have a really good performance and they make you rush.
It's true.
You have to enter Sigma Kappa or something.
Last night was fun. The college days like that, or adult, they do a bar clash thing too, but they have people come and do games, but they're adult games, so there's drinking games.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a beer chug. This one dude killed it. He chugged a solo cup of beer in probably 2.5 seconds.
Jeez.
Light work, no reaction.
Can we get him on our beer Olympics team?
That would be huge.
Huge.
Beer Olympics we do have coming up. Bond Olympics too.
Oh my gosh!
On
yeah,
that
we
note,
do.
welcome back, Bush Apple.
Yes.
So happy to be back.
Yes.
Bush sponsor us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please give us a sponsorship because we could really use it right now.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I can get more Bush Apple.
I bought a bunch of it. I gotta be honest. I gotta be real here. I bought a bunch of it because we only get it for about a month, and I really like it. Sue me.
It is
Don't
really
sue
good.
me. I don't care.
No, it's so good.
Should we talk about sports?
Yeah, I mean, if that's
We are
what
a
the people
sports
want, I
show,
guess.
Last thing though, I did get a new hat that I really enjoy. For those who can't see it, it's a two-tone hat. It's a Yankees hat. It's a nice royal blue on the crown and a nice black rim.
I thought it was a Royals hat at first.
No, that's not Royals blue.
Really?
I'll defend that till the day I die.
It looks a little bit Royals blue to me.
Nope.
Brooklyn Dodgers blue.
Maybe. That's fair. I'll give you that.
It's kind of tough though when there's an NY logo on the front.
Shout out Hat Club.
Yeah, Hat Club is legit. That's where I
Best
get mine
hats.
too. But yeah, let's jump into on this day.
Okay.
We got playoff stuff today, or
We'll start with in 1945. Albert B., a.k.a. Happy Chandler, the junior senator from Kentucky,
come on, man.
is elected baseball commissioner by a unanimous vote of the Major League Club owners. Chandler is elected to a 7-year term and succeeds Kennesaw Mountain Landis, who died in November
Whoa,
1944.
That was his name?
Yeah. Kennesaw Mountain Landis.
Oh,
No quotations for a nickname. That's just his name. This other guy who took over was Albert B. quote Happy Chandler. So Happy Chandler.
I guess he's in a good mood all the time, man. He's probably a fun commissioner to work under.
Chandler from Friends.
Kennesaw.
In a good mood. Happy Chandler.
Kennesaw Mountain Landis?
Yeah.
Oh
Landis.
my gosh, dude, yeah.
Well, let's be respectful. Rest in peace.
Right, of course. First and foremost. His wife was Winifred Reed.
Mm.
That's not really that funny, actually. I think it's better that Kennesaw Mountain was the guy's name.
Yeah, that is an all-time name. It doesn't
Just
get talked
awesome.
about. 1962, LA Dodgers pitcher Sandy Koufax has his second career 18th strikeout game, and a 10-2 win over the Cubs in Chicago. One of the best pitchers ever.
Yeah. I think he's my best pitcher ever.
He probably is.
Just because, like, short prime, but great prime.
Short prime.
Untouched.
Unfortunately, ended early from insane elbow stuff. I don't have the exact details, but his elbow was so bad that he shouldn't have been pitching for his last 2 years, and he's still
Yeah.
which is insane. And he was throwing complete games. You just don't get those kind of ball players anymore.
No, not
You
even
just
close. Not even close.
1963, a lot of 60s today. Bob Cousy ends his 13-year career by scoring 18 points as the Boston Celtics win their 5th consecutive NBA championship, beating the Los Angeles
Ugh.
Lakers 112-109 in Game 6. I remember exactly where I was when I watched this.
Right outside the Boston Garden.
The golden age of NBA.
Is that... Who all was on that team? Like Jerry West, Elgin Baylor? Because what would you say? It was 60...
63.
63 was his last year?
Bob Cousy
I
could
could have
dribble
sworn
with
that
his
he
left
played
hand.
for longer. Who said that again?
That was J.J. Redick.
Yeah.
When he was talking to Mad Dog Russo was saying Bob Cousy was like top 3 or best point guard of all time.
All right, well, I can't listen to anything that guy says because he says that Shaq is the 5th best center of all time.
Who are the 4 ahead of Shaquille O'Neal?
Bill Walton?
Have you lost your damn mind?
That's just ridiculous, man. I mean,
Great Stephen A. clip.
I used to actually like Mike and the Mad Dog. I mean, I was never really around when they were in their heyday, but I like going back to old clips of them. But he is just so bad at talking about the NBA.
Yeah, I don't even love
He's
his
terrible.
baseball opinions, but at least he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know anything about the NBA.
No.
Anyway, let's keep going with this. I'm not trying to get on a Mad Dog tangent.
Sorry. 1978, more baseball. Angels' Nolan Ryan strikes out 15 Mariners, the 20th time he has had 15 strikeouts in a game. In 78,
Wow.
and this dude pitched, I think, into the 90s. So.
Well, he was like, yeah, he was going like well into his 40s. Yeah, he pitched till 93.
Yes.
Holy crap, that's crazy. 1966 to 1993. Oh my gosh.
I got a good one. We're going to jump to 2004. NFL draft. Ole Miss quarterback Eli Manning is selected first to the San Diego Chargers, but as most football fans know, that's not exactly how it went. It ended up being a swap with the Giants for Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I'd say this is a deal that worked out decently for both sides. I mean, the Giants probably still are the winners.
Not as much the Chargers. I mean, he's probably still the best Chargers quarterback of all time, one of them. But
Yeah, and a lot of people attribute him being a bad playoff performer to why he was never able to go the distance. I get that to an extent, but also like it's just kind of mind-boggling how some of those Chargers teams didn't really make it farther.
Yeah.
And it's not always his fault either. But yeah, Eli Manning, I mean, it's 2 Super Bowl rings for the Giants, kind of hard to like not be happy about that.
probably the craziest draft moment in NFL history. I think that's safe to say.
What about Elway?
That one too. You could even argue not maybe to the same level, but when the Packers did draft Aaron Rodgers, that was a big deal because obviously Brett Favre. But this one, I mean, this was the first No, not the first time, but like a guy coming out and saying, "Hey, I will not play for this team."
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't really happen, and he became a Giants legend.
I think the thing with Elway too, I think people knew that he wasn't going to be a Colt.
Yeah.
Like, didn't I think he like came out and said like, if you draft me, I won't play for you.
And that's
were
what
like,
Eli did.
Did he do it before the draft or did he do it like after it happened? Because I don't really know.
He's getting interviewed like before or during the draft, saying like, I will not play for the Chargers.
It's ridiculous, dude. I hate when players do that.
Yeah, but I love him. He's a great guy.
It sucks. Anyway, what's next?
Last one. In 2016, Klay Thompson scores 23 points, and the Golden State Warriors set an NBA playoff record with 21 three-pointers to overcome another injury to Steph Curry and beat the Houston Rockets 121-94 for a 3-1 series lead. Warriors made 8 threes in the third quarter alone, to set a franchise playoff record for three-pointers in a period. Thompson led the way from long range, going 7 of 11. Draymond Green made 4.
Hey, there you go, Draymond.
I mean, those Warriors teams just
Insane.
But
Insane.
we know what happens, though, once they make the finals that year. In 2016. It's funny how they mentioned a 3-1 lead to the Rockets, because I remember just the same time they had a 3-1 lead in the finals.
Well, and then people often forget that in the Western Conference Finals, the Thunder were up on them 3-1.
Yeah.
And then they choked that, which...
The Thunder team was good, but a lot of people I see online will argue that the Thunder team like definitely could have won that. The Warriors were just better though.
I don't know. I'm in the camp of people that think they should have won. If you have a 3-1 series lead, I don't care how good that team is. Like, you gotta pull that out. And it's funny because I was literally just writing a paper earlier today on why Doc Rivers is the most overrated coach ever, even though I don't really know how overrated he is because everyone thinks that he sucks. But I was arguing Doc Rivers is the only coach in NBA history to have blown a 3-1 series lead more than once, and he's done it 3 times.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, come on, man. I mean, so if we're talking like 3-1 leads, like that Warriors season, crazy what ended up happening to them, but also people forget that the Thunder did the same exact thing, and then they lost KD the very next year, which does suck. I really want to imagine a world where the Thunder played the Cavs that year. Although we got pretty much like the best NBA Finals anyway, so it's no really loss, but...
True. That's all I got, though.
Yeah.
Before we get to the NFL draft, can I start spreading the news?
I'm leaving today.
Thank you. Yankees sweep the Red Sox.
I want to leave today as a Phillies fan.
Are you talking about the show? I was going to say, you're more than welcome.
No, I don't. It's good for the Yankees, man. It's good that one of our teams is at least doing something.
Yeah, the only other baseball fan in our house is Connor, and he's a Mets fan, and 12-game losing streak.
They won their last 2. So even they're like...
But now they're on a win streak again. Good for them.
No, not good for them.
Not good for the Phillies right now.
Just talk about the Yankees,
But it's
man.
good for the Yankees.
Just talk about the Yankees.
Yankees, a 3-game set against Boston Tuesday through Thursday. The story coming out of this series, for me, was starting pitching. Starting pitching was lights out. We start Tuesday with Luis Gil going 6 1/3, only giving up 2 hits, 3 walks. Only had 2 strikeouts, and he is more well known for his strikeout stuff. That's what's made him so good in 2024. But anytime a pitcher goes that distance, I say it every time, goes that distance, giving up no runs, that's exactly what you want. That's a huge step in the right direction for him coming off his first 2 starts of the year that were not good. And it's going to get competitive. That's a dude who's probably first out when Cole and Rodon get healthy. So it's nice seeing him try to prove himself, find a spot in this rotation as an everyday guy. Overall, great game. Shut out the Red Sox. Bullpen looked great. Our lefties, Brent Hedrick and Tim Hill, have been incredible. Really holding down that bullpen for us. I don't want to get into the lineup. I'm going to save that for after.
Was that the game that Ranger pitched, that first game? Or was that...
No. That was
later?
Connolly early.
Oh, yeah.
Who, to his credit, has had a great start to the year. But the Yankees were able to get to him Game 2 is where Ranger Suarez came in, who also didn't do terrible, but he was unfortunately up against Max Fried,
Yeah.
who went 8 innings,
That'll work.
giving up only 3 hits, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Ace performance. That's what you're going to get from Max Fried. Outside of his last start, where he kind of blew it up a little bit,
He's been awesome this year.
he's been incredible.
Yeah.
And Ranger Suarez, not a great game, but I'll give him some credit. He has really turned it around from his first 2 starts this year. He's pitching to, I don't know how much this game affected it, but he was pitching to about 3.5 ERA, 3.8-ish. It's really just this Red Sox lineup. They look
terrible,
this
yeah.
entire series.
And it's not just been this series. I feel like it's been all year. I don't
really, really has. This is where the lineup gets a little more frustrating. This game, if you look at the box score, you'll see that Trent Grisham and Ben Rice were listed as pinch hitters. Usually, managers will go for a more righty batter heavy lineup if they're facing a left-handed pitcher. But there's an issue when one guy that you're sitting that day has been the best hitter on the team by a country mile. That would be Ben Rice.
Yeah, one of the best in the AL.
One of the best hitters in the AL, who, by the way, is hitting about 300 against left-handed pitching this year. So I don't know what the deal is there. He doesn't start. Instead, you start Randall Grichuk, who, to his credit, had a good series against the Red Sox, went 5 for 10, and it's like last
Wow.
Yankees. So good on him. Ahmed Rosario, we wouldn't have won Game 2 without him. He had 4 RBI. The Yankees finished with 4 RBI. This is what Aaron Boone does, though, once Ranger Suarez gets out. Obviously, they go with a right-handed bullpen guy, so that's Boone, light bulb. Oh, maybe now I should play Ben Rice and Trent Grisham. You want to know almost every pitcher the Red Sox had left in their bullpen?
Yeah, lefties.
All lefties.
All lefties.
And I just think of him going, oh, man, to himself.
How did I mess that up?
I didn't even know that.
That definitely is how he talks in the dugout, too.
And it's stuff like that that gets brushed over because the Yankees win that I don't want people to miss out on. Because that's the kind of stupid stuff that will also lose this games. That was terrible game managing. Not to mention, one of the guys he pinch hit for was Ahmed Rosario, who to that point in the game had all 4 of our RBI.
Yeah, I don't really get it.
So I don't know what it cannot be all iPad, right? There's got to be some baseball sense, at least a little bit.
It's just over analytical for me. That's all it comes down
Over-analytical
to.
is I don't think anyone could put it any better than that.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Get you a candy bar after this.
Can I get a gold star this time?
But I mean, I won't go on too much longer. It's not a big thing. It's just a regular season series. But it was nice to sweep the Red Sox. As a Yankees fan, I thought everything looked great. The bats looked fine. There's definitely a lot of games where I thought they looked really well. Maybe if they weren't producing as many runs as they should have been. But overall, I think very complete team wins, and shout out to the starting pitching. I didn't even mention Cam Schlittler, who in Game 3 also went 8 innings in a 4-2 victory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big series for the Yankees here.
Big series, taking advantage of a Red Sox team that's already struggling.
That's what, 2 sweeps in a row now?
Yeah. I'm happy, dude. I mean, this is what I talked about before the season started. Like, yes, they're running it back with the same team, but they haven't done anything to show me that they aren't going to win a bunch of games again. It's going to come down to the playoffs. Are these guys going to step up? But in terms of regular season, I wasn't really concerned about how they do. I did pick the Blue Jays to win the division, but I had the Yankees only, I think, about a game behind. And now it's looking like the Blue Jays might finish dead last.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with
They
them.
have been terrible. Their offense.
I just can't. I can't figure out the MLB right now, and I'm not even gonna try to pretend like I understand it because everyone's just all over the place. It's bizarre what's going on right now in the MLB.
I want to give a huge shout out to the National League Central. Wow. That
Powerhouse.
every team's has a winning record.
Yeah, it's a powerhouse right now.
Including
The Reds are so sneaky, dude. I mean, people are just sleeping on them.
I picked them. I don't know if I picked them to make the playoffs, but I did have them pretty significantly above 500. Obviously, the Dodgers have been the Dodgers. Padres have been really good too.
Mm-hmm. They have been really good.
Giants. I mean, the record doesn't show it, but they just took 2 against the Dodgers.
Rockies took 2 against the Dodgers too.
Rockies did take 2 against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, and they're not even them and the White Sox. I feel like you look at that and you're like, hey, we're not the worst 2 teams in the MLB. That's something to be happy about.
Right now, that would
It
go
would be
to the Phillies.
out of the Royals for sure.
You guys have the same record.
I said we're the Royals. We're like on that level though.
Must
No
suck.
Phillies today.
Must suck to see the
No
Braves.
Phillies today because you know what? I don't give a damn. I haven't watched a game in probably 9 games. So ever since the losing streak started, I've just tuned them out.
I don't blame you.
It's just why would I even bother with this product right now? Like it's just garbage. Like everyone's playing bad. I don't even like I know it sounds like I'm lost and I don't really know what I'm like even trying to get at here, but it's because I haven't really been watching the team. Like full disclosure, I mean Garcia's been like fine. He's had some good hits. Sanchez has been okay, you know, but
Sanchez had a bad game yesterday.
he's been okay though. Like I mean,
I'm just talking about yesterday. 12 hits, 6 earned.
yeah, like
Like-
nothing's working right
Like
now.
if that guy's not doing good,
Just nothing is
That's-
working.
gotta go up.
And I don't understand. I think Thompson's just gone, man. And I was saying that to you on the way in here. Like, he's gone.
I will
He's
say,
gone. Bohm's the worst hitter in baseball right now. He's playing every day.
you guys have definitely not looked good. All right, not denying that. Did have to face a Cubs team twice already that are red hot.
Can't even take one game, though, from that. That's what drives me. Actually, we did take one game against the Cubs. It was the first game of the first series.
Cubs are on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They're on an 8-game
7,
winning streak, I think.
9-game.
9 games now. So
And-
you go, great. They're the polar opposite of us then.
And yesterday was tough because you guys easily could have won it. Cubs walked it off in the 10th.
Yeah. Yep. That game I was actually tuned in on, and then, you know, what else is new? But you know what?
Let's talk about some
I was gonna say that doesn't matter
basketball.
because yeah, like, the Sixers are great and the Flyers are even better.
Sixers actually won a game. by
Sixers won a
significant
game
amount.
dominantly, man.
Yeah.
Against a fully this is the key right here. Against a fully healthy Celtics team, that does not happen without Embiid with the Sixers. This game
Yeah.
was a surprise to Sixers fans. It was definitely a shock to Celtics fans. I think it was just a shock to NBA fans in general.
Because it's not a lot of times, at least you see Jaylen Brown drop almost 40 and they don't win.
That's what I'm saying. Tatum, rough. I mean, he still ended up having a double-double, but that's a bad shooting game from him. I think he went 2 for 10 from 3.
Yeah, 2 for 8 from 3, 8 from 19
2 for 8,
from the
yeah.
field is not very good.
For him, no, because he's so efficient with those baseline jumpers, and they were just not falling for
But
him.
I'll let you take it away. This was the Tyrese Maxey VJ Edgecombe.
Oh my, whoa, yeah. I mean, Edgecombe especially was just on a tear, and I love it. I love that we're finally playing. I was literally on here last week, and what did I say about how we can play to our specialty that we did not do in Game 1? I wrote down in my notes in Game 1, the Sixers do not know their identity right now, and they are not playing to it. They are playing too much to what the Celtics want them to play at, which is forced threes, because the Celtics have insane defense, especially in the perimeter.
Mhm.
It's going to be tough to buy buckets from them. So I thought just the tempo in Game 1 was just way too quick, completely misbalanced. Celtics just dominated Game 1, and that's not a secret. It was a 32-point game. But Game 2, look what happens when you play to your strengths. Look what happens when you play to iso ball with your 3 best players. You have a starting lineup. I was going to say Drummond, but it's been Bona has been our starter recently. Drummond's funny guy. Drummond's kind of like coming off the bench pretty early. They're kind of both like alternating minutes.
Yeah, I saw you were pretty upset about that in Game 1.
I was. Because I think
How
Drummond's
do you
been
feel?
so
I
good.
mean, obviously after a win you don't care, but do you still feel iffy about it?
I mean,
or-
Bonet defensively sets the tone. He's going to get you a ton of blocks, probably like 2 or 3, and he's going to be a dangerous force in the paint. Definitely more so than Drummond. But Drummond's key because he gets you all those offensive rebounds. So,
Do you like your chances better if you had like Auburn level Janai Broom playing right now?
I'd like my chances better if Janai Broom actually played
Did
more than
not
like
play
10
coach's
games this
decision.
year. Yeah, he hasn't even played this year. He's played like 10 games.
Could you imagine? I think you guys would beat the Celtics if you took like his talent ratio, like how well he did at Auburn,
Sure, I guess.
and then
I
for
mean,
some reason he does that well against NBA talent too.
Well, if he does what he did at Auburn, which is when guys leave him open, he's able to hit threes, then sure. But the Celtics aren't going to let that happen.
So the Celtics are. I'll be real, still my pick to win the NBA
Oh, for sure.
championship. But
See, I was going to say to win the series. I don't think they're going to win the NBA championship.
I do. But this game is a perfect example of their Achilles heel. They rely solely on the three-pointer. And that's what they did last year, and that's almost solely why they lost to the Knicks.
Because they lost to a
It's
team that
because-
had them matched up with all wing players.
Exactly. And
That's what killed them.
It's more of a matter of just hitting those shots. You could look through every playoff game last year from the Celtics. The games they did not win is when they did not shoot well from three because they rely so heavily on it. And this game's a great example. They shot 26% from three, and they took 53 pointers.
I know, it's ridiculous.
And if they do that and they make even 10 more of those, 15, they probably win this game.
See, this is what I'm saying about playing to the Celtics' pace. Like, game one, gotta play at your own pace, which is, I mean, Nick Nurse likes to push it a little bit, but in my opinion, this team that we have right now, especially with that Embiid, you gotta be a little slower. And I think a lot of it comes from ISO ball. It comes from, and the Celtics are a great defensive team. I've made that point already. I want to make it again because they are really just that good. However, the reason why Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe dominated this game is because they were given drop coverage and one-on-one matchups. And both of them, especially Edgecombe, who people forget how good his bag is, how good his ability one-on-one is. Maxey's got the step back that everyone knows about. That shot was pure, especially in the fourth quarter. He was making everything from three. But Edgecombe, you can't leave that guy any space from mid-range. And he has a nasty fadeaway that was on full display in the Magic game and the play-in. And I think that's a lot of the reason why we won that game. When we looked at our worst, when we were failing to have a double-digit lead, even though we were holding the Magic on offense, is because we kept rushing shots. And I think now, after this game, this is a huge confidence booster, especially going into Philly. If you can take a game in Boston without Embiid, with a fully healthy Celtics team, huge. Beyond huge.
Yeah.
So now you not only are returning back to home court, but also you're returning back with this mentality that, okay, Maxey's shown that he can be that guy. And there have been times this year, and I think this kind of gets brushed under the rugs, but Sixers fans will know what I'm talking about, where it was, Maxey's not a true number one. And I still am a little iffy on him being a true number one, but if you play to this, and you need Edgecombe and George. You can't have just Maxey out there because every time that they would have him out there, obliterated. Because they ask him to do too much when he's out there. Because Oubre is a corner shooter. Drummond is either in the corner or he's in the post, pretty much. So your options are limited.
Mm-hmm.
When you have Paul George and Edgecombe out there, you got to play D on those guys. And I think Paul George has really kind of been the underrated catalyst to the reason why we've won 2 out of our last 3 games.
You
Like my fire. No, it's Return of the Mac now. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. He's back, baby.
Uncle Paul.
He's back. And he has become my favorite player, or one of my favorite players in the team. I like, obviously, all of them. But, like, PG went from, I wanted to trade him for a bag of chips like everybody in the city did, to now I'm watching player interviews after game one, and of course Nick Nurse is just rambling about some crap, and I'm like, really? Okay, this is our coach? Whatever. PG's giving like smart, mature, complete answers. He has a plan. Like, he's just the most focused I've seen him since he was in Indiana. And I love that.
Yeah.
So this Sixers team, they're probably going to lose the series, and I'm willing to accept that. But my viewpoint from game one to game two is just completely done a full 180, because now I think that we've unlocked our secret weapons and we kind of are a more dangerous team. We're definitely a different team than last year, because you had no Edgecombe and no PG last year. Well, not PG to the caliber that he's playing right now.
Yeah.
And it just makes us such a different team.
Yeah. I don't take anything away from the Sixers team. I think they earned that win. They got great performances from Edgecombe and Maxey, but I'm a strong believer that these teams that do live or die by the three-pointer either win themselves games or lose themselves games. And I think in this case, the Celtics lost this game for themselves. If they hit even a little more of those three-pointers, they probably win this game.
It was a 14-point game.
I know.
That's
I'm
too
still
big
saying,
of a swing.
But you look at how many shots they took and how many they missed. If they make even a little more of those, they're probably winning this game. And
I
that's
think
the
there are
same
other
thing with the
factors.
Knicks game.
Yeah, sure.
I just think these teams that live or die by the three, credit to other teams that win, obviously, but they, as much as they win themselves games, they just as easily lose them. And I just think that's why I thought the Knicks last year were able to prove themselves, because they found a way to beat the Celtics while they had a good shooting night. And I think the Sixers have a chance to do that now finally at home.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if Embiid comes back, I don't know what that timeline looks like, but
He is doubtful for tonight. He's doubtful.
tonight.
So hopefully we can have him for game 4. If we can have him by game 4, I'm not going to complain.
But if the Sixers can prove they can do that, then I think their chances to win this series have elevated.
At the bare minimum, we have the Celtics on watch right now.
Yeah.
But this is the Celtics. We struggle against Joe Mazzulla. We struggle especially against Tatum and Brown. I'm not expecting to win this series by any means, but I said you can take 2 games and I'm happy, because it's just unfortunate that we have to run into the Celtics in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with the Knicks, though? What is going on with the Knicks? CJ McCollum's your new Trae Young, brother.
He is the new Trae Young.
He's your new Trae Young.
Let's just get that out of the way. He is the new Trae Young.
Yeah.
City hates him. He hates the city. He feeds on the hate. He was having a great time in MSG.
Yeah, he was.
And now they're back in Atlanta, and they beat the Knicks again in a very, very winnable game for the Knicks. Who knew that it would come down to a missed Jalen Brunson shot? Like, he didn't even miss the shot. It came down to they couldn't get the ball to him, and then they finally get the ball to him, and he can't get a handle on it. Ball gets away. Dribbles to the other half of the court. Hawks win.
I think we got to give the Hawks some love for their defense.
No doubt. Defensively, they have been locked down, especially on the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the Knicks were terrible from 3.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're like the Celtics where they are live or die by the 3. But if they just hit some of these threes, they win this game.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Hart, you can't make one shot in 40 minutes.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't play 40 minutes
Brutal.
and make only one shot.
Brutal.
Mikal Bridges.
0.
Goose egg.
0.
He did nothing besides have 4 freaking turnovers.
Yeah.
He did nothing. Brunson, I thought he had a much, much better game than the last one. We saw that playoff Brunson again. He was making those incredibly tough shots. Cat, he was fine. I thought he was fine. Still dropped 20.
Yeah.
OG Anunoby, he was the leading scorer that night. One of the only consistent guys from 3, making about half of his, along with Deuce McBride, who was the only consistent factor off the bench in terms of scoring. It's just frustrating. you got guys coming off the bench like Landry Shamet or Jordan Clarkson or in there. I mean, Shamet's in there to strictly make threes.
Yeah, exactly. Clarkson's in there to be a spark plug off the bench.
Exactly, which he was in game 2.
Yeah.
Before they ultimately lost it. But I didn't get to catch a lot of this game. I was working pretty much the whole time. But if there's anything I learned from game 2, if you run a specific lineup of guys where you're really finding a flow, even if that does include a Jordan Clarkson and a Landry Shamet out there with Jalen Brunson alongside him.
Yeah.
If you're starting to go down and it's not crunch time, like last, what is it, 4 minutes in the fourth quarter where they call clutch time? I don't know why you don't run these guys out a little longer to just find something, because they were down in game 2, and it wasn't until, like you mentioned, spark plug, Jordan Clarkson was out there, and Deuce McBride, that they really found something and were able to regain that momentum and get back into the game. And I think this Knicks bench can be very valuable. Obviously, shot-wise, they weren't that great, but like these are really valuable pieces off the bench. Jose Alvarado, we already know what he can do, impacting the game all over the place. But this was just a brutal shooting game. I thought the Hawks just outplayed the Knicks. I know it was only a one-point game. They just outplayed the Knicks flat out. And CJ McCollum is that dude. I think he's thriving in this environment with a bunch of young guys, showing them how it's done. Like, hey, I'm a dude who's been here before. I'm going to take the lead. I want to be a true leader. And that's why I can't even hate him for that. Like, that's just pure leadership. And I give him all the credit for that. He's been incredible. It just sucks. I thought we were finally going to have a year where we could just get by and beat the Hawks, but it's not that easy.
No.
It's never that easy.
No, I think you guys take game 4.
Man, I hope so.
It wouldn't be good going back to MSG down 3-1.
I knew game 2, I mean, they just were not hitting free throws either, which was brutal, but they did this game. That only makes so much of a difference, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think they just match this Knicks team very well. They are able to overwhelm Brunson a little more than other teams have in the past. He's not the one I'm worried about. And him and OG, it's almost the rest of the starters I care about, though.
Yeah, it's...
Mikal Bridges is
look a little difficult.
Number 1. I mean, this is a dude who ended the season, honestly, pretty well for the Knicks. He was averaging close to 25 in, like, the last month of the year. And that's exactly what we need from him. We don't need him to be averaging 40.
It's averaging 40.
We don't need that. We just need him to be a solid second option. And he's not. And he brings a lot of tenacity on defense. He did not last game. And you give up so much to bring in a guy like him. You need to be better. You have to be. There's no excuse. But I'm just thankful that Deuce McBride is back so he can cook, as the kids say. As the kids put it. No, but he can step up. We have so many dudes who can step up. It's just a matter of who is going to step up.
Deuce, to me, too, has always been someone that's, like, undervalued off the bench in terms of, not amongst, like, Knicks fans because they've always known how good he's been, but I just remember 2 years ago in that series against the Sixers, and he was just electric off the bench.
Oh, yeah. He can be that. He can also not be that. I mean, he did have 15 points, all coming from the 3-ball, but he did take a lot of shots. He took about 14 shots. But him and Brunson don't typically play on the court together, so when he comes in for Brunson,
it's usually Brunson and Clarkson, right? If someone comes in for Mikal.
Yeah.
Or no, Mikal. It would be Mikal, yeah.
It's very weird. There's no rhyme or rhythm to like the lineups. You just know, okay, who's going to come out and give Brunson a rest.
Well, because outside of Brunson, I mean, everybody that starts on that team can be interchangeable. Like, you can have Josh Hart anywhere from 2 to 4. You can have Mikal at 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. You can have OG at 2 to 4. And then you can have Cat 4 to 5.
You could even run lineups with Cat and Mitch.
Like,
on
it's
court
just
together.
Mike Brown has basically just the ability to just mold it however he wants to.
Mhm. And I like how they brought in more defensive players in balance of Mike Brown not having the best defensive mind. But I think it really is coming to bite them in some of these games, specifically Game 2, at least in my opinion. It did feel like C.J. McCollum was making every shot he was throwing, but that's something you definitely lose with Tibbs
Yeah.
not being there, and
No,
that's
Tibbs
something, and
just-
that's why people are like defense wins you championships in any sport because I don't know, man. That's kind of why they were able to do what they did against the Celtics.
I mean, Tibbs was tough too because he was kind of like leaning into that 38, 40 minutes a game kind of mentality, and he had guys that actually like, could have done that consistently.
And if you're an offensive-minded guy, you can run crazy whatever plays
Yeah.
and trick their defense. But if guys are making shots, they're not making shots. So
Good offense
that's
beats
just
good defense.
that's just something to appreciate about Tibbs. I'm not giving up on the Knicks though. I mean, down 2-1's not good, but I think they will bounce back. I think they win this series. But it's gonna go back to MSG for that to happen. So
Surely.
NFL draft.
Yeah, let's jump into it.
I'm so mad, dude. Another thing I had to miss because I was working.
No.
Conveniently, all these things happened at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Well, yesterday was so busy. Like, it was like pick what you want to watch, honestly.
Yeah.
There was so much going on.
We got about 15-ish minutes left. Let's talk about our teams, and then maybe we'll go through some of our least favorite picks. Maybe what best picks, best day ones. We'll see how this goes. I'll let you start. Eagles, Mekhi Lemon. Break it down.
Love it. Love it. So,
I love
I
it.
love it more. So, Mekhi Lemon. Oh, God. I'm going to totally sound like LeBron here and be like, oh, yeah, like that's who I knew we were going to get. Or
This is
like,
kind of crazy, though. If it's what you're, if I. What
No,
I'm
I
thinking,
wasn't going to say that I knew we were going to get him.
No, but how you sent a message to me about.
Oh, about how I was
your
eating a
intuition.
lemon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I ate a lemon about an hour. If you don't know, I eat whole lemons. They're my favorite fruit. They're delicious. Great for
Psycho.
you. Vitamin C. Come on.
Psycho.
It was great. I was playing wiffle ball outside with some of our roommates. I was eating a lemon. Life was great. And then an hour later, I watch as we trade up to the 20th pick and take Mekhi Lemon. Dude, I love it because he was my number one receiver. He was my number one receiver on the board. It was him and Tyson were like close
I
though.
don't know about that.
Him and Tyson were close. The thing you gotta know about Mekhi Lemon is this guy, and I sent this into our family group chat because my mom's like a little skeptical about it. She's like a little upset that AJ is gonna be on his way out, and I get that because part of me is a little upset that we're not gonna have a safety valve to go down the sideline because Jalen and AJ, regardless of whether or not they convey it well enough, they do have really good chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little bit tough. However, Mekhi Lemon has glue on his gloves. That dude does not drop passes. So you take Devontae Smith, who's got some of the best hands in the NFL. Insert Mekhi Lemon into here. He doesn't even need to be your number 2 off the jump because you have guys like Dontavian Wicks. You have a guy like a Johnny Wilson that I don't think would run in the slot per se, but he could be a good receiver for.
Forgot you guys got Dontavian Wicks.
We did. And then we have Elijah Moore now. Like we have like just like little contributors that are gonna have what? Elijah Moore's probably gonna have like 200 yards this year, but he can make a difference. Mekhi Lemon though, I'm expecting him to be under the tutelage of Devontae Smith and grow to be his receiver too in just a few years. Because I think that this is a great pick because it's such a scarce draft in terms of talent. Like there's just such limited talent in my opinion. Even in this first round, I look and I'm like, there's not a lot of guys that I'm like, yeah, that guy's going to be a stud in the NFL. Mekhi Lemon was one of them. The other two that I wanted were already gone at that point, which was Caden Proctor and Kenyon Sadiq, which, I mean, if you're the Dolphins and the Jets, like, I thought the Jets had an awesome first round outside of David Bailey, but we'll touch on that in a second. Great get for them for Sadiq. That dude plays like a receiver. He'll be a stud. And then Caden Proctor is one of the best linemen in the whole class. He's a beast. Did think they kind of reached on him just a little bit, but we'll see whatever happens with that. But yeah, like outside of guys like, I mean, who are the guys that we know are going to be sure things? Mendoza, maybe Arvell Reese. I think Mansour Delane is a stud. I think it makes perfect sense. The Chiefs traded up and got him. Jeremiah Love, of course, he's probably the biggest sure thing.
Downs.
Yeah, Caleb
Sonny
Downs.
Styles, Mansour Delane, you already said that. Jordan Tyson, I did think was going to go in the first round.
Yes. So yeah, there's a few guys that I look at here, and I'm like, yeah, like these guys are studs. You know, this is a good pick for this team, and I'm happy to say that, no bias, the Eagles are one of those teams. And at the end of the day, you got to trust Howie. So the fact that the Steelers were on the phone with Mekhi Lemon when the trade had happened is bonkers. That's crazy. I think about that and I'm like, how do you not, because you're all in like the front room, right? How do you not like overhear your GM like, okay, yeah, we're going to be or Omar Khan or whoever their GM is like, okay, yeah, we're going to be trading this pick as you're on the call with the guy. Like, I don't get how that works. But either way, Howie makes a little sneaky move, moves up a few spots, and ends up getting Mekhi Lemon. I love it. I don't really have much else to say about it. I think that you, at that point, just take the best talent available, and that was him.
Yeah, and for that reason specifically, the Giants are my day one winners. I say specifically because of best player available, because that's what they did at number 5, taking Arvell Reese. I was very shocked to see him not go number 2 to the Jets. I thought for sure that was a lock, that he was going to be a top 3 player taken. And I thought, seeing the Jets not take him, I thought the Cardinals were going to take him. And they didn't either. He drops to the Giants. This is where it gets tricky. His strength comes as a pass rusher. This dude is strong. He's fast. His hands are great. But unfortunately, there's not a lot of room for him on this D-line. Or not D-line, but as an edge rusher.
Well, because you already have...
Because you have Brian Burns, who... I don't know how many sacks he had last year, but he was amongst the top of the league.
You have Darth Vader.
You have Abdul Carter,
Darth
Vader. And then obviously the biggest question mark is Kayvon Thibodeau. What's going to happen with him? But he is still on the roster. But I still love this pick because I think this dude's going to be really good. And if they use him in more versatile ways outside of being a pass rusher, I think he could do a lot of things for the Giants. He had a lot of tackles last year for Ohio State. And that will be big, make a big impact on the linebacker room. I think maybe they move on from Thibodeau, and then he can legit be a pass rushing option if they want to use him.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think it was the best player available far and away. The Giants went into this saying that's what they were going to do, and they did it. So I can't be mad at it. And to have too many good players, it's not a bad issue to have. I'd rather have too much talent at a certain position than zero at another.
I'm worried because Denard Wilson loves himself his front seven. He likes to send the house on that. So you kind of already have a gold mine with the Giants because of how good that front seven actually is. Even without Dexter Lawrence now, it's still ridiculous. And then you just add a little toy for him to play with, and it's...
A little plaything.
Yeah.
But I said it specifically that way, though. Rather have the problem... Okay. So,
keep going.
I would rather have the problem of having too much talent at a certain position than zero at another.
Yeah.
And that's where the 10th pick kind of comes in, not with who they picked, but who they could have got. And arguably the Giants' biggest need is a safety. And Caleb Downs, who I think is the best safety in the draft, I know you disagree with me.
No, I do.
Oh.
I totally agree
I
with you.
thought I meant to say
it's
secondary.
unanimous.
I thought I meant to say secondary. I think he's the best secondary player. Would you still take Mansour Delane?
I don't know, because it's close. It's super close. I might honestly give it to Caleb just because Caleb's just that good. But we'll get to Mansour Delaney in a second.
But Caleb Downs, safety from Ohio State, one of the best talents in the draft. Instead of going to the Giants, who I am very shocked the teams ahead of them didn't take him. Very shocked. I mean, the Commanders, the Sonny Styles pick was great. That's what they should have done. I am a little surprised that the Browns or Saints didn't go with him.
Well, Saints did need a receiver. I'll give them that. And Jordan Tyson, when he's on the board, you can't not take him. Browns need O-line like what's that saying?
Fat kid needs cake.
Yeah. Whoa, I like that. I've never heard that before.
You haven't?
I was going to say a hole in the head. But yeah, I like that even better. A fat kid needs cake. Yeah, they need an O-lineman like a fat kid needs a big yellow cake.
Yes.
So I get it. But you guys, that's where I have a little bit of questions. And let me just say, I think Maui Go is the best O-lineman in the whole draft.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say about Downs is now we're going to have to face him twice a year. You and I both.
That's what sucks.
On the Cowboys.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
But I don't want to take anything away from this Maui Go pick. I think this dude's going to be a monster for the Giants on that O-line. And I think this pick is a lot better if he is for sure playing guard. If they try to run him at tackle again and then bump someone out, because I think our tackles are great. And I think it could really set up for the future if this guy pans out, because I don't know how much longer Jermaine Illuminor is going to be on the team. And once he's gone, ultimately, this guy steps in and can play tackle again, and it's no problem.
What position does Amanda Moore play?
Illuminor? He is a right tackle. And he had a phenomenal year last year.
Is Maui Go a right or left tackle? Because you don't want to have a guy come in as a right tackle and then you have to move him to left tackle. Yeah. Honestly, that
I might be talking out of my rear right now. I think Jermaine Illuminor might be a left tackle.
I was telling you, I think it's awesome that the top 3 O-linemen are all Samoan or Polynesian.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked they were all wearing like the leis and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these 3 are good. I think the top position of talent in this whole draft is O-line. So the fact that the Giants got an O-lineman, I mean, you could always bolster that O-line.
Yeah, and it's never a bad pick. It's just hoping that these guys pan out. Cough, cough, Evan Neal. But
yeah, big time.
I'm ultimately, I'm not mad at the players we got, but there are other more dire needs, if that makes sense. That really, really needed to be addressed, which was Caleb Downs should have been a Giant. And you know what? Just going to have to live with that, him being a Cowboy.
Ugh.
Hope it doesn't pan out.
I hope they just did like they always do and just get some guy that I'm like, wow, that's a reach.
Can I talk to you about my stupidest pick of this entire first round?
Easy one. Yeah.
What were the Rams doing?
I don't know. This is the first F grade I've had for a pick in the first round in so long.
So, here's my thought process on this. You don't need a quarterback this year. Of all the teams I could think of that really don't need a quarterback this year, it would be the Rams. Next year, different story.
Right.
This is one of the teams that 1,010% can wait till next year to draft a quarterback. And instead, you reach on a guy like Ty Simpson, who I'm not a big fan of.
I hate him.
I'm not a big fan of him. You reach on him, wasting a 13th overall pick.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, so I'm not sure if I've made it obvious at this point, but my brother goes to Alabama, so my whole family is really into Alabama. And that SEC championship game had me wanting to rip my hair out of my skull. And this is what I don't understand about my brother is he has this pick happens. My dad and I are both saying, wow, that is a bonehead pick. What a reach. That is so stupid. And my brother's like, no, I don't think that they reached on him. I'm like, everybody but you thinks that. So And I don't get how he can watch him play like that in big games. Because that's the thing about Ty Simpson. He plays the worst in the biggest games. So how, as an NFL scout, do you see that and say, yeah, that's our guy?
And it's a couple things, too. You waste a 13th overall pick on a dude who I'm convinced may not even ever be a starter for them. Like an everyday starter. And this threw off, I think the biggest losers in this situation is the Cardinals. Because this threw off their whole game plan. I thought for sure, because if the Cardinals didn't take him 3rd overall, he was going to drop to the 2nd round. Yeah. And then the Cardinals were going to get him. And honestly, their problems would be much more solved. Yeah. But now, it makes the Jeremiah Love pick, in my opinion, look not as good. Because
I still like
now you're just coming out of this with a running back when you have a lot more issues to solve. Exhibit A quarterback.
I kind of still like the Jeremiah Love pick.
I still like it because he's probably the best talent in the draft. But I look at the Cardinals, and yes, old man James Conner might be out the door soon. I know you mentioned they just did sign an extension, but he gets hurt
all the time,
super often. And yeah, hopefully if Jeremiah Love stays healthy, it brings more stability to the running back position. But they ran about 4 or 5 different running backs last year, and I thought they all looked pretty decent.
Not DeMercado. He's the only one that I would say. Even he had some decent games, actually. But like,
he had decent games. His only low light was him dropping the ball in front of the end zone.
I just can't forget that. That's unforgettable for me.
But I mean, it's not great depth, but I thought they had depth there and guys who really could give you.
Well, they have Algier now too.
Yeah, I mean, they have so many running backs, and it just, I think the biggest losers are the Cardinals.
I think it's easily the Rams.
No, not in the terms of the whole draft. I'm saying because of the Rams.
Oh, yeah. Well, I still think it's the Rams. Because I think they, like you said, they jumped the gun. Literally next year, you could take so many better quarterbacks. It's so much deeper.
I'm convinced they were just playing defense on the Cardinals.
That's my conspiracy theory. I don't really know what it was, honestly.
We're in agreement. Worst day one by a lot is the Rams.
You said Giants were the best day one?
The best, yeah.
Dude, I hate to say it, but you know who my best day one is? Chiefs. I firmly believe the Chiefs had the best first round because, you trade up to get Mansour Delane after trading Trent McDuffie and getting a first out of it. Mm-hmm. So you're already making out like a bandit with that. I think Delane is just a stud. He's just a lockdown corner. I don't know why we played this little game of him or Jermod McCoy. Because Jermod McCoy is good, but he's also like not half the size of it, but he's significantly smaller than Delane, and he's just not as good. So Delane is just that guy to me. He is he's a stud. He is a complete wrecker. He's a lockdown defender, and just like I'm totally lying by the way. Jermod McCoy is actually taller than Delane. Mm-hmm. But Delane's still just way better.
Last thing I'll say, I'll give a shout out to the Jets. I think just objectively having 3 first-round picks is incredible. I disagree with their 2nd overall pick. I think they
did not like it.
He's just a pure edge rusher. He did have about 14 sacks last year.
He's so bad against the run, though.
Yeah,
I just
think Arvell Reese is more versatile and could have done more for them.
Probably, yeah. Or Sonny Styles.
And I didn't love the 16th overall pick getting Kenyon Sadiq.
I love that, actually.
Until they traded again back into the first round for the 30th pick and got Omar Cooper Jr. Because the fact that they, had more than just those 2 picks, I think it just makes it look better, in my opinion. Because, you get this guy, maybe you should have got him 2nd overall, but will still be a defensive impact. And then your 2nd first-round pick is a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
But I think once they got Omar Cooper Jr., who I'm a big fan of.
Me too.
Well, actually not a fan of, because he made that catch.
Still.
Against Penn State.
Yeah, he did, but still, he's a beast.
Season was already over by then. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
Oh, yeah, we're pathetic.
We're pathetic. But I think it made the first round feel a little more complete for them. Once they, receiver, tight end.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Rusher. I think they're in a good spot. That's all I got though.
Yeah, they needed so much, and they got so much this round. I also kind of like the Seahawks getting Jadarian Price with the 32nd pick. I think that's a pretty nice move.
I can't believe the Raiders took Mendoza first overall.
Crazy. I thought it was going to be Cardinal Tate.
Right. All right, that's all the time we got today. Thank you all for listening. We only have a few more shows left in the year, which is sad. But that's all the reason to make sure you tune in next Friday. This is the Second Take Show.